Hey, welcome back to my channel. Here to talk about Father Dearest just dropped on Tubi. All right. So, on my thumbnail it says, "Tell your kids the truth from the beginning." All of this could have been avoided had the mom told her son, "Look, I kept your father out of your life because he was a pimp. He tried to kill me. He got me on drugs. I was a sex worker. He was pimping me out. Blah blah blah." This is the part that gets me when he asked his mom, going through the photo album, and he's like, "Who's this guy?" And she's pausing and looking all nervous, and she's like, "That's your father." Why would you tell your son, who has never met his father, 35 years old, why would you tell him that this picture in the photo album is his dad in front of his wife, his son? I want to say the other lady was his aunt. I feel like that was a conversation you're supposed to have in private. She should say, "You know what, son? I need to talk to you. Let's go in another room." Or, "Son, that's someone I used to, that was in my life before. Let's meet over lunch and talk about it." You don't spill that stuff. That's a big bomb to drop on somebody. So obviously from that point he's going to have this anger against his mother, like, you deprived me of a father my whole life, and he doesn't even know why. She should have told him soon as he asked, not in front of everybody, but she should have told him then. So somebody else that messed up in this movie, the wife, she took it upon herself to go on Facebook and find his father. Now listen, I understand when you're married, you're a unit, you're one, but I still feel like that wasn't her place. For one, you don't know this man. That's his father. We do not know him. The mother does, right? She should have left that alone. If he would have been like, "You know what, I want to look him up and see him," okay, that's another story. So they meet up, have their lunch, they're talking, and he's, all nice and everything. I could tell by reading the on the thing on the movie that something was up, so I'm just watching, right? The funny thing that had me cracking up, when he got into like evil mode, his voice got all deep and raspy, and I'm like, I couldn't take him serious, because before he's like, "Oh, son, oh, I have a grandson now. Oh, wow." And then when he turns into, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, it's, "Come here. You thought you could get away from me." He sounded like an evil stepmother witch type of character. I was like, girl, I'm sorry, that was funny to me. So he talks about his, that has this disease, kidney disease. And I knew from then on, it's like, okay, he's either going to ask his son for a kidney, or his son's going to offer him a kidney, which his son offers. Everything was going to plan until his mother came to their house. She had already told the wife the story about his dad being a pimp and what he did and all this. Then, of course, he went over there and hemmed him up. "I ain't giving you nothing," right? So while I'm watching it, I'm like, okay. I like to guess stuff as I watch. I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna either just run up in there and kill him or kidnap him. I knew it was gonna be something, because he's dying. He needs this kidney, right? So he goes over there after killing his mama, kidnaps kidnaps his son's son, his grandson. And I'm like, oh my God, please don't kill the child. I was not expecting him to kill the mom. Like, I hate for her to meet a demise like that. Like, you were 18 years old, you met this 30-something-year-old pimp that pimped you out. And I want to say something real quick. I'm going to come right back. 18 is legal, but it's not grown. It isn't. It isn't. So you 35, 36, you don't even need to be looking at an 18-year. I'm sorry. That's just... Anyway, going back, for her to have ran away from him, going all this time without seeing him, and then to die by his hands, I just thought that was sad. Like, I wanted her to see this man get justice. You know what I'm saying? So he calls the dad calls the son, says, okay, let's meet up. I'll give you your boy. You give me you. I'm going to get your kidney. And he had his own little like doctor that does these black market type surgeries. You know, the scary thing about that is this stuff happens for real. They say on the dark web, which I refuse to get on because I know there's all kind of stuff on there I'm not trying to see. But you could buy anything on their kidneys. And I do feel like when you see these people that go missing and they're never to be found, I really do believe that people are getting yanked up for organs. And you have doctors that we probably see in the hospital all the time that work under the table doing this. Now, the doctor was telling him, you're sick to do this to your own son. This is just sick. I'm like, you doing an operation. You're sick too. How are you over here trying to have some morals and integrity and you over here doing a damn black market unauthorized surgery on an unwilling participant that's been doped up? Like, come on, man. He had the nerve to say it more than once. He kept on, you're sick, you're sick. And then the dad was like, well, how many times have you done this? About 50, but this is the first time someone has done it on someone they know. Does it matter if they knew them or not? Did the person say, hey, I want you to take my heart out, take my lungs, my kidney, my spleen? Like, what? Dude. So luckily he took his wife with him to the place, right, where the doctor was and his dad was. His wife ended up calling the police. She got her son back. Boom, the police coming there to save the day right before the doctor's about to cut him up, right? So we fast forward, or I'm fast forwarding, towards the end where he wakes up in the hospital. Everything's good. And he gets a call from his brother who's doing time for something. So his brother and their father end up in the same prison. This is the part that I like. At the end, the dad, with his little frog voice, sitting on the bunk. His other son comes in, the one that's in prison, with two other people. And yeah, you know how it ends. They walk towards him and then the credits cut on. I said, see, that's the ending I like because Tubi, y'all have been breaking my heart with some of these endings where people that weren't supposed to die, and people that weren't supposed to go to prison. So yes, you have redeemed yourself with the ending of this movie. I like this movie. There were a few parts where it drug a little, where the scene, I'm one of these people, I need you to get to the point quickly in the movie, right? But it didn't drag enough for it to like ruin the movie. It was just one of those things where you just kind of, watching and okay. All right. Oh, okay. You're just waiting for the scene to go on to the next thing, right? Father Dearest just dropped on Tubi. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments, all right? Shout out to my 114 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed, but you can by hitting that button for me, all right? Peace and blessings to everyone watching. Until next time.